Family and friends, welcome back. Gosh, I'm always scared to do a live. And I was joking about this with Andrea that doing a live is kind of like you say you're going to have a party and then nobody shows up. I'm always terrified of that. So thank you all very much for being there. So I appreciate you. And my wife is here. If you ever want to talk to April, when you see a Zam, that's April. Expat single mom. My mom is in the house, which I very much appreciate. So thank you very much. So if you guys got any questions for Andrea, expat single mom, or my wife April, who's under a Zam, you're good to go. So I very much appreciate y'all being there. I don't know if Diane's coming back, but we've been living in Poker Jet now for a little bit and really enjoying it, settling in, discovering the city, really exploring it, and we couldn't be more grateful. So things have been going really well. Some curveballs thrown our way here and there. Yes. Andrew, yes. Zam is April. I never knew that. Yeah. Pete, how you doing, Pete? I'm glad you're in here, buddy. Thanks so much for showing up. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Man, we had our snow. If some of you saw from our previous videos. I love the snow, though. Still got a little frog in my throat, though. I'm not sure if it's allergies or what. But, yeah, we had our snow. It's almost melted now. So will we get anything else? No. I understand the U.S. is about to get blasted here in the next couple of days. So other than that, so things are really going well. Let me see, what anything else going on? Not too much, everything's going good. Do they clean the snow after the snow falls? No, but I'm told in the streets the highway really going up the mountain that they do salt it. I have been told that. Okay. From what I've seen here, though, in the city, no, I did not see them clean anything. And it was a little scary, too, because then it turned slushy. Then the night came and everything froze over, so I pretty much kept April in the house for 2 days. I was so afraid of falling down. I almost fell down a couple of times. But no, in the city, I didn't see him clean anything. But now it's good to go. Good morning, Mad Madam from Northern Cali. Where's Albania 47? I envy the snow, but not walking on it. I feel you, especially getting older that we get. I shortened my stride, if you know what I mean. Don't need to fall down and break a hip or anything. That's all I need. But I love the snow. It makes me feel like a child. Once again, go back to my childhood. Watching the kids throw snowballs at each other was a blast. So it's good to go. How's bus service? Can be frustrating, but is traveling to the bigger cities from Toronto doable? Yes. Actually, the inner city buses I've personally always stayed away from. Seems I can't quite figure them out. I haven't quite given them a good try. But the bus station going city to city is easy to figure out. Once you get to the bus station, they put a sign up in the window for the city the bus is going to. It'll say Durrës or Toronto, Scotia, wherever you want to go. And it's cheap. The last bus we took to Scotia, I want to say it was $7 a piece. And that was for 2.5-hour bus ride. Really remarkable. You can save a lot of money. So the bus system for going to the other cities is reliable. I liked it. I thought it was very good. A snowstorm here in Colorado. Mary, I heard in the eastern half's about to get blasted again. But I did tech school in Colorado. I loved Colorado. I thought Colorado was beautiful. I was at Lowry Air Force Base. I can't remember the city. Gosh, that was 1982. That's a long time ago. But I love Colorado. Hope you guys are doing okay. Hey, Kenny, during the day and then turn to pure eyes. Thanks for worrying about me. Made it home safe and sound, But now it's pretty much dried up. Pretty much dried up. Let's see. Okay, so to Ukraine, can a round trip be done in 1 day? We say round, it depends on the city. I would say, yeah. We went to Scotia 2.5 hours and then 2.5 hours back, but you're talking 1 day, just having 5 hours in a bus, let alone, seeing the city or what you want to do. I guess it would depend on the city you went to and how long you wish to stay in the city. But yeah, you can do it. You can make a round trip. Okay, cool. Used to be expert single mom. You're frozen. Yes, I am, Andrea. Yes, I am. We miss you guys. You and Jesse. I hope you guys are doing really good. Hi from Jalesko. 22 Celsius here from Frugal. Yeah, 22. That's pretty good. That's kind of toasty. For us, for Fahrenheit wise, forgive me. 40 during the day right now, and still will drop down below freezing or be right there. So a lot of 6 Celsius, 5 Celsius, and so forth. 3, stuff like that. So, expat single mom, we miss you too. Yeah, we're hoping you guys we'll talk into coming up here. So that'll be good. Living in the Balkans is a trade-off, but I think the quality of life is better. And that's from Dave. I think so too. Certainly a lot less stress, and not just financially. You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, financially it's a big monkey to have off your back. We don't really have to worry about too much. Yeah, and I don't know. You don't. In the States right now, there just seems to be so much anger right now. You know, and you get here and it's a little bit. It's much more relaxed. It's much more relaxed. The quality of life here, I agree with you. It's much better, much better. We made it. We are in Toronto. Who is that? My granny? Well, good, man. I'm glad you made it to Toronto. Whereabouts? You know, what's your location? You near the square? Are you near the new bazaar? Near mountains? But I hope you love it. Take you a couple days to get in. Your first gonna be, you know, your head's gonna be spinning. You're in a whole new country. But I think you'll like it. I think you'll like it. Are you here for your exploratory visit, or what's going on? Anyways, hey Shane, I finally caught one of your live chats. Yes, you did. I'm glad you did too, man. Like I was joking about with Andrea earlier before I said, please come on. I was so terrified you do a live and nobody shows up, you know. But welcome. I'm glad you're here, buddy. Gunter was really cool. I met him. Nice guy. I was still living in Toronto, and just a great attitude. You know, also we're sitting down, and I asked him, so how long you stay in Albania? He goes, I don't know, month, week, I don't know. You know, and he just travels. He just does things on the spur of the moment, and I admire that. Where just, hey man, wherever the wind blows, you know, and he's just traveling the world. Last I heard, Gunter, you were in Mexico now, so I don't know if you're still there, but thanks for tuning in, buddy. I appreciate you. Did you get your new furniture yet? Yes, we did. It's really nice too. You know, the couch and stuff. I'm on my laptop, or else I'll show you. I'm going to do an update after we paint the place and do another tour. There's a couple other things we're going to do. April wants to get drapes of some sort. We did have problems with our heater and air conditioning unit. What was cool though was the guy we bought the place from put a new one in for us. I couldn't believe it. I didn't even ask. I did ask him, you know, fix it. You know, it's part of the deal. It's supposed to be working, but they put in a whole new heating system for us. So we got the new furniture. April's going to extend the counter with like a cutting block, but a little bit longer, get more counter space. We're going to replace the counter doors. So there's a lot of things coming up that we want to do. We want to slow down. We also want to travel. We just got back from North Macedonia. If you caught those videos, beautiful. And what's really cool, like Poker Desk doesn't have any malls. Everything's like boutiques. But in North Macedonia, just in the city of Ohrid, I understand they have 3 malls. I know for sure they got 2, you know. But so for you girls and just a very short trip, you know, just cruising over to North Macedonia. That way April could do some shopping. Maybe Andrea, you can come out and do some shopping with her too. That'd be cool. Patrick, when you get there, what's the best way from the airport to your accommodation? That's from Mary. What we did, you can take a cab from there, or your accommodations. A lot of them will set something up for you. Ask the person you're getting your accommodations from. A lot of times they can set up transportation for you, like ours did for Airbnb. And there was a guy out there, and he's just holding up a sign, just said Patrick and April was there. Are you a guy? And it was like $25. 25 euros going from the airport right to the front door wherever you were staying. So for us, that worked out perfectly. Can't wait to see the remodel. Thank you, man. Thanks. Yeah, it's going to be cool. I want to make it, you know, I always think the inside of a place is really the woman's place. You know, it's her house, if you know what I mean. So I'm excited for April. You know, so we're going to knock things out, make it ours. So it'll be cool. I want to move maybe to your country, but my guy says it's not safe. What is the crime there? I have never felt safer. I am 5'6" in height, 61 years old. I'm not a towering man. And if you watch my videos, I don't know how new you are here. Welcome. But I purposely go down the dimmest, darkest, poorest alleys on purpose by myself, just to show you feel safe. You really do. I knew a woman, she was from America, 100 pounds soaking wet. She was in her 60s, and she loved to explore alleys by herself. Any crime, it's so much higher up. It's so much higher up above you. You're going to be safe. High police presence. A lot of it, believe it or not, I have so many people ask me, "Didn't you see the movie Taken?" I'm like, "Yeah, you know that's a fictional movie, right?" And then I always come back with, "You ever see The Godfather? Does that mean you're never going to visit Italy? You know, you get millions of visitors a year." So no. Long story short, no, we feel very safe here. I have about 1,500 a month for Pete. Income, don't need luxury. Simple room, must have stovetop, kitchen, microwave. Prefer mountains over the sea. Will not be there in the high season. Yeah, you'll be fine, Pete. Absolutely, something like that. Absolutely. For us, we were paying in Toronto for really our location was beautiful. It's a much older place, but we didn't care. It was good. It was a good place to stay. Can't wait to see you remember. We stayed month to month, up to 6 months. Very good. The other Linda, I want to move maybe to your. Oh, it's a save. I already went over that. Would love to. You better come up here and go shopping in April. Dave Away, I plan on traveling through the Balkans this year. Albania is on my list. Good for you. I think you'll enjoy it, especially if you're American, which I'm guessing you are. 1 year visa free. Can't miss. You can't miss. From the Blue Ridge Mountains, still planning our April trip. Very good. Good to see you, Dan. If I lean in, it's because my vision, I'm like, I wish I could make this bigger, like the fonts. There we go. Made it a little bigger, so that way you don't see my head, crashing into the computer. Hello from Virginia side of the Blue Ridge Mountains. Hello. How are you? Very good to see you. Blue Ridge Mountains, beautiful. Gorgeous, man. Especially in the fall. Glad you're here. From Andrea, if you guys are reading, she feels very safe here, walk all around in the outskirts of town. She always feels safe. Thanks for chiming in. Remember, if you guys got any questions for Andrea, now's your time. Same thing with April. Rick, how long do you have to stay out of Albania to reset the visa back to 1 year? 90 days. Some countries will tell you 90 days out of a 180-day period. It's kind of screwy. But Albania, it's just a straight 90, resets the clock coming back. Okay. My wife's chiming in. I love Albania. Never felt safer. All right. Pete, how does a visa work? Get it on arrival in America airport? Pete, you're from the United States, so no, you don't need a visa. You don't need a visa, brother. Just have your passport from America. And they just blew us right through. It was funny because we came from Italy to here, and I'm walking through customs. I'm wearing my Indiana Jones hat. And I see this customer officer, and the closer I'm getting to him, he's almost laughing. And he just goes, "Where are you from?" And I go, "Texas." And he was laughing. He's like, "I got to go out there." So really, it's not an issue. You won't need a visa, brother. Not for Albania. Don't need it. Whoa. Yeah, Pete. I can see you're excited about that. Yeah, man. As long as you just have your valid visa and you're good to go. I think they say make sure it's not going to expire within 6 months or something like that. But as long as you have a valid visa, you'll be good to go, man. You don't need to worry about that. Denise Murray, do they do apartment home inspections before you finalize and sign purchase price? No, you can. You can hire someone. It's not automatic like the States. I know exactly what you're thinking of. But you can get it done yourself, but it's not a mandatory thing here. A lot of other countries are really safer than living in America. Shane, you are right. I hate to admit that. Very proud to be American, always will be. But you're absolutely right. A lot of other countries are much safer. Pete, yeah, I'm good. I got to come visit you in April. Yeah, come on up. Now, the difference between like Poker Desk and Toronto, Poker Desk is much smaller, but still fine with me. In the off season like it is now, even in Toronto, off season is a little bit slower down, not that much. In Poker Deck, a lot slower down, but I like that. Especially you get a little older. When I was younger, maybe 40 or 40, even in my 50s, give me the wildlife. Let me go. Give me the noise, give me the parties. Not no more. Don't get me wrong. We get out every day. We get out every day, but I don't need to go wild anymore. I don't think I can go wild anymore. Oh, I set up an appointment to have my full physical done. I did blood work last week, but I'm getting a total physical done. We went to the hospital today to make an appointment. I got to come in between 10 and 12 in the morning, and then you get all your results by 3 p.m. I'll let you guys know how that comes out. Getting older, 61, be 62 pretty soon. You got to get checked out, man. You got to do it. Let's see. It's difficult to bring your dogs. I've heard no. I've even seen sites where you get a doggy visa, shots. I would make sure all the shots are up to date, make sure there's rabies shots, stuff like that. I've heard no, but I didn't bring a dog over. I know some people are about to bring dogs over, but I personally don't know. But I've heard it. I heard they just blow you right through. Is that true? I don't know. Matt Marion, I think you've covered this before, but does a person need to bring as far as paperwork with them to plan to permanently retire in Albania? What I did, bring any educational forms, believe it or not. Okay, the college, whatever, if you got anything like that. I brought my social security card, which I don't need, but I still brought it just in case. Birth certificate, marriage certificate, all my banking stuff, everything I could. And what I did for banking too, I went paperless and everything. But bring your marriage certificate, birth certificates. Like I said, I brought my social security card. I brought my vaccine paperwork that I took. I'm not trying to get into a debate of should I not have got a vaccine, But that was back in the times you couldn't even travel. They wouldn't even let you on a plane unless you took the vax. So anything real pertinent like that. But I was surprised that going through some other processes, I was asked, you got anything for any educational thing wise? And I just showed him my GD Form 214, my honorable discharge from the Air Force. But any paperwork you got like that, bring it. But particularly your birth certificate, okay? Birth certificate, your visa, marriage certificate. Make sure you got that. Mary. Okay, others have told, wait a minute, okay. Mary, I'm bringing my cat. Only need to get accredited vet letter for health and certificate from the USDA. I'll accept electronically. Perfect. Thanks for bringing that to the channel. That means a lot to me. I do very much appreciate that. Mark, do you recommend one lawyer to help with immigration and real estate or separate? And you mentioned having an auditor in the past. Is that for Texas? No, what I was referring to, I did slip up and say auditor when I meant to say was accountant. So what you got to do is once you come here, go see an auditor and go see a visa immigration lawyer. Okay. Now I said this before in a video or an email, and I'm going to say it again. I hope I come across right. I even told my lawyer, "Hey man, I'm going to mention you in the channel. You can get free advertisement." And he goes, "Please don't." And I was stunned to hear that. I'm giving you free advertisement. He goes, "No, I've done it before." And what would happen is people started bombing him with emails, and he goes, "I'm trying to make a living." And the people that would constantly bomb him with more and more mail were the people that never came to Albania. Now, will they give you free information? Yeah. When you're sitting in that chair right across from them, looking to my eye. Same thing with the auditor. And it makes sense. They're trying to make a living. They're not trying to be rude or anything. But once you're here and sitting in that chair, yeah, he's going to fight for your business. He's going to fight for your business. So that's what I recommend. The second day I was here, I saw a lawyer. Third or fourth day, I saw an accountant. I ended up seeing 3 lawyers, 2 accountants. And the reason being the news was so good, I thought they had it wrong. Okay. That's how that goes. So I hope that answers your question, buddy. Let me see. I heard that Albania is trying to get into the EU. Your thoughts? I've asked many Albanians about that, and yes, they are trying to get into the EU. A lot of times you're going to see the EU flag flying too, as well as you're going to see Old Glory flying a lot too. I've asked Albanians themselves about it. How do you guys feel about it? And I always get the same answer. It's going to be a long time. They just left it like that. They just said, "We're not ready." And they're not going to let us in for a long time. Is that true? That's just what Albanians have told me. I've asked a number of them. It'll be a while. I know most of them want it, but we'll see. But they're saying it's going to be a while. Okay, let's see. What you want to talk about? What you want to talk about, Andrea? Throw some on the table. What do you say? Unless you probably left me hanging. It's always messing with her. But right now it's nighttime. It is my time, in case you guys want to know. 20 minutes after 7 p.m. So when I set up this live, I try to go later. So I'm trying to catch you guys where it's easier in America, for your different time zones. I'm six hours ahead of New York, 7 hours ahead of Texas, 9 hours ahead of California. Okay. So then I try to pick a time I'm not good at. I never pick Sundays now, NFL football. I'm going to try to do the live things more often if you guys like it. But that's what I'm doing. I realize it's college ball, Let me see. Yes, you're here. Thank you, Jay. Appreciate that. Are you required to have money in an Albanian bank account? No, you are not required to do so. Okay, but I am moving to get one. Why would I move to get one? Okay. So we're living off our pensions, but we're also using ATM cards, Western Union cards, not cards, Western Union, but ATM cards. Now, my two banks, Schwab and Bank of America, let's say my card gets damaged or expires. I can't walk into a Bank of America here. So what I want to do, I'm going to get an Albanian bank account, wire money, transfer funds into it. Don't go over 10,000. If you go over 10,000, you got to report that to the IRS. Okay. So that way I can have a local card. That way, if that card goes out, I can just walk into my bank here and get it replaced. But that's why I think it's critical to get a bank account here. I really do. I would really recommend that. Nurse coach, are there any areas that have year-round spring temperatures? Year-round, I would say no. But if you're avoiding the cold, Toronto's just chilly in the winter, but brutal. Well, I shouldn't say brutal. It was hot this year. Barat gets super hot. Fear gets super hot. Where I'm living right now, it doesn't get as hot. A lot of times people come here to the city of Kortrijk during the summer to escape the heat. But year-round, buddy, I don't know. I don't know about year-round. Let's see. It makes sense for lawyers, health insurance, under $100 a month. Albania should stay out of the EU. Way too many rules. I agree with you. Russia. I guess that is good for U.S. citizens for Albania not to get into the EU. But what we're shooting for is try to get residency. So once you have residency, it's the same thing with Puerto Rico. You can stay longer than that 90 days. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have residency in the EU, 90 days, man, you got to get out. From James, where is your favorite place to eat in Poker Deck? Mine is Rust Grill. I'm trying to think of the name of the place. I don't know. April, you remember the name of that place? I finally found a good steakhouse here. That big Tom, do you remember the name of that place?
No, I was just looking for your phone to look it up.
Huh.
Because you took a picture of it.
Oh, I did. See if you can get that up.
Yeah.
There's a couple here that we really like, really like. So April's looking it up right now. But as soon as she finds the name, I'll let you know. Let's see. Watch you, an expat single mom. Really good videos. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate you. Have you ever run into problems using Charles Schwab debit card at banks? No. Schwab has been fantastic. Schwab has been really, really good. They reimburse you for all your ATM fees. If I need anything, your customer service is 24/7. Really good. They did the wire for me to buy this place. I can't say good enough things about Charles Schwab. All right, April gave me my cell phone. Tavada, let's see. No, you can't see that. Can you see that? Nah, the light's in the way. Now, Tavern, Fish Grill, it's right on the beach. It looks like a little hole in the wall. Sometimes a little hole in the wall's got the best food. This place is fantastic. What's funny with this guy, though, and I mean this as a compliment, he hands me a menu, right? The true story. So I'm opening the menu, then he comes back, and I point at something in the menu. Oh, this looks good. He goes, no. He takes the menu from me, and he goes, I'm going to bring you some food. And we've been there every time. He does the same thing. So why are you handing me a menu? You're just going to bring me whatever you want. But it's really good. I mean, really good. Really good. A lot of times you go, oh, my daughter makes this. Wife makes this. Oh, you're going to love this. Don't order that. So it's funny, but I very much enjoy it. For residency, with Dashi, let me see. The winter has been very mild this winter in Toronto, I bet. Yeah, the summer was brutal. The summer was really, Andrew is right. The summer was brutal. 95 to 100 for about 2 months. That's true. That's true. A lot of people didn't even go out. If you didn't have to until sunset, then you'd see everybody come out at like 7:30 to 8 o'clock at night to take their walks. It was trippy in Toronto this year. I see a Mercedes everywhere in your videos. Are they really cheap versus like Toyota or Honda? I don't know. I don't know. But you're right. They love their Mercedes here. Ooh. I see a couple of really nice Audis too. See, we're moving our banking to Schwab. Good. Also, what I was worried about was not just Schwab, any bank. You get a new guy in the bank, and all of a sudden he sees your ATM card being used in Europe, and they put a freeze on your card. They think they're doing you a favor. Someone's ripping you off. The way to avoid that, I learned this from Schwab. I call them, and you can go, hey, I'm going to be in Albania, or we stopped in Italy and Spain. We said we're going to be in those 3 countries, and you can say that up to a year, okay? And I go, what happens at the end of the year? They go, just say we're going to be there another year. So that way, anytime you're using your ATM card, it's not going to send an alert to cut your card, which I very much like. I mean, I can't say enough good things about Schwab. Schwab, I'm a small fish. They're not sending me anything for saying that. But I can't say enough good things about Charles Schwab. Let's see. Is USAA Bank good over there? I don't know. My two banks are Bank of America and Charles Schwab, and I haven't had any trouble with them. USAA, buddy, I don't know. I don't know. Hello, James. I'll have to try it out. Yeah, please do. I walk past that place a lot. I thought about trying to know how I will. Yeah, go ahead and give it a try, James. Yeah, I very much say. James is here in Poverty. I know we're going to bump into each other. I know we will, buddy. I know we will. Okay, Shane used Charles Schwab card in the Philippines a lot. It works great. I've never heard nothing bad about it, buddy. Good to know, James. Good to know it works perfect in the Philippines. Thanks for saying that. It's always good to have extra information on channel. Expat single mom, Patrick is going to get a bike with a Mercedes. Chopped into it. That'd be cool. And Trina might be right. So bicycle, we'll put like the grill of the Mercedes on there with the Mercedes album. Yeah. Pete, don't coax her on. Don't coax her on. Good idea. Okay. Lenny, babe, where you are. Even my wife's laughing along with Andrea. See, here in Panama, they charge $6.80 to use it. To use a Charles Schwab card, unless you're new to it, Charles Schwab replaces all ATM fees worldwide. Okay. So they do it at the end of the month. Okay. Add that issue. Bank issue. I can only see it. Thumbs up. So you can totally see it. I mean, actually, that'd be a funny video. You know? Let's see. 49 watching, only 18 thumbs up. We can do better. Thank you, nurse. I'm thrilled that you guys are here. I really am. It makes me feel good. I very much appreciate it. No idea, single mom. Yeah, April. Don't coax her on. She doesn't need help there. My bank charged me transfer money and funds refunded. Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, funds. Schwab will refund all your ATM fees. What they can't do is some ATM cards or machines, excuse me, not cards. Some ATM fees won't give you the greatest exchange rate. Schwab can't reimburse you for that. Okay, they can and do refund you for the ATM costs. Do you have any documents that needed to be apostilled to apply for residency? One of their residencies for retirement, then yes, they wanted an apostle. Be a pain in the neck. Did I do that? No. I'm going to be applying for ownership. You do for ownership. I really don't like talking about that. The reason a lot of times I like taxes and residency, I don't talk too much about it. One, because I'm a YouTuber. Okay. And there's so much misinformation online. So I could see where someone's going to read something and go, hey, it says right here, Pat. And it's wrong. It's just flat out wrong. So I just implore people, see that visa guy. But I don't blame you for asking this question. It's a great question. I asked the same question, you know. But for the apostles, yeah, I think they wanted birth certificate and your marriage certificate apostled if you can. There are other ways to get your residency. You know, that much that'll tell you. Okay. Let's see. Pete, stay away from independent ATMs. Yes. Bad exchange rates and fees. I use these ATM inside the bank, whatever. Yes, inside the bank or attached to the bank. But just an ATM machine stuck out there in the middle of the street. Yeah. Pete's exactly right. Okay. Kevin, any plans to purchase a car? Can you get around fast enough on your scooter? I'm not going to get a car. I'm going to get a bike. Good for exercise. You see a lot of the old timers just on bicycles. And I may get an electric bike. It's got some little motor. Chris Forte's got one. Loves it. You know, but I'll just get a bicycle. And other than that, I use a lot of cabs or city to city. You can use the buses. Let's see. Man, Pete, do you mean the big name places? Yeah. If you guys want to ask each other questions, great, man. Go ahead and do it. I suggest Talk Patrick for the electric bike. Is that what you're talking about? Okay. USAA is good, no issues. Anywhere in the EU, good to know. Wife had purse stolen in Paris. Wow. USAA canceled the car in less than 20 minutes. Very good. Yeah, Schwab's got the same thing where you can immediately contact them, boom, block the card if it gets stolen. Sorry to hear your wife got a purse stolen. Yeah, I don't know if I should say this or not. I didn't like France at all. I just didn't. Personal opinion. Don't beat me up. Personal opinion. Besides your Schwab account, did you get a bank account in Albania? Working on it. Working on it. As soon as I get that residency, a lot easier. I tried when I first got here and they turned me down. Why? The lady couldn't understand. Well, you're just visiting. You're going to be gone in a couple months. And there was a little bit of a communication problem. I showed her like the lease of my place. And, oh, look, I got this lease for a year, but she just couldn't understand. Why do you want to open up a bank account if you're not staying here? So in other words, prove that you're staying here. Then you can open up that bank account. Okay, that's the best way I can say it. So it'll be happening very soon. It'll be happening very soon. I have a Chase Visa card. Shouldn't be a problem. I do not have one. I really can't comment on other banks over here because I haven't used it. When I was disappointed in it, I have a Wise card. The Wise is fantastic. Inexpensive for wire transfers, but they're not here. But their Wise card does work here. And I also have them for my tap and pay. A lot of the grocery stores, a lot of hotels here will now do the tap and pay. So I use Wise for that. So I have multiple ways to get my money. And it's crucial to me to eventually to get that other bank account, that other checking account. And what I'll do is I'll transfer funds from Schwab or Bank of America into it, keeping it under 10,000, and that'll become my primary source of using the card. I am told that once you have their card here, there's no charge for ATM fees. I'm told. I will let you know. See, limit how much you can withdraw from an ATM. Again, here in Panama, you can only take out $250 per transaction. I think it's $600. I think 6 or 500. Now, let's say you got to go over it. Let's say you get that 1 year lease and he wants that first, last month, whatever. What you can do for the big withdrawals, you can use Western Union and pull out $5,000 per day. Okay, $5,000, 5,000 USD. But Western Union is a little pricey, but it's good to know there's another way to get your money and another way to get a big slab of money. And Western Union's everywhere. That's the one thing good they got going for them. Let's see. Brucey, Capital One will not charge you the 3% international use fees. Very good. I was going to get Capital One, and I ended up with Bank of America and Schwab instead. I wasn't going to go Capital One with Schwab. And it's good that they don't do that, the 3% international user fee. Same thing with Schwab. They don't charge that crap. The only thing they're not in control of is the exchange rate. Okay. That's why I think it was Pete that was saying, use a bank ATM. I agree with every once in a while I'll see an ATM machine like out in the middle of the street. I'm like, I don't think so. Let's see. Now, did your thinking process from renting and deciding to purchase property? And that's from Kevin. Okay. When we were first coming here, I really thought we were just going to rent the rest of my life. Okay. April and I have been studying coming over here since 2019. So we've been here now, 9 months, 8 months. And in that time period, April's seen the rent prices really start to take off. And what happened is, once we're here and I could see all the construction going on in Toronto. They're currently, it's in the works, they're building it. A new railroad system from Toronto to Durrës, and then they're going to branch out to the other cities. So they're building it right now. Toronto to Pokerdes. They're expanding it to a 4-lane highway. The Donald Trump's family, I think it's his son-in-law, is building a resort here. I've heard other people say 2. I know for a fact at least 1. So I'm watching all this building going on, and infrastructure. And I went, you know what? If a deal falls in my lap, and what happened is April and I were traveling to all these different cities. Loving them all. They're all different. Our 2 favorites were Pokerdes and Skodra. And I told our real estate guys, I said, if a deal comes up, something, and I'm interested, I'll take it. And then this place showed up. A 1-minute walk to the beach, 64,000 euros, fully furnished. At that time, the exchange rate, it was about 68,000 USD is what I paid for this place. 2-bedroom, 1 bath. So 1, it was a deal. 2, it was in one of my favorite cities. And 3, I was watching escalation of prices, and now I'm rent free. First time in my life I was able to buy a house cash. I always had a mortgage payment. It was the first time I was able to do it cash. It was wonderful. But that's why. Okay. Pete Howard, when I was in China, card, use only cash. Big advantage. Don't use your credit card for small amounts. Correct. Anytime I use my card, I pull out a good chunk of money. Nurse coach, are you doing any consultation calls? No. Reason being, I'll give you my email. Okay. Email me at roadway12345@yahoo.com. When I see consultative calls, I don't charge nobody for information. A lot of people do. A lot of people, that's how they make a living, and I'm not dogging that. I'm just not going to charge anything. The only thing, like I said, I'm nervous about doing. Once you're here, I'll tell you more about taxes as well as visas. Okay, but there's just so much misinformation out there, and I don't want to start an argument, and I don't want to confuse anybody. But no, I'm not doing any consultation calls. But you can email me, and we can chat. Love you, man, from Albania. Tony, how you doing? Love you too, brother. Doing okay? Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Shane White, France is too crowded and expensive. Yep. Maybe a bus tour to Paris to see the sights. That's about it. My wife really wants to see the museums, so I'd like to take her for that. But I was in France a long time ago, but I just didn't like it, Here's a good example. We've been to Italy a couple times, and like everyone loved Florence. I didn't like Florence. And the last time I went to Venice, everyone told, it's terrible. Oh, they're pooping and crapping in the water. It's disgusting. It smells. Venice was friggin' beautiful. Okay, so it's amazing what you would like or what I would like. There was no smell. I don't know what people were talking about. Let's see. Can you try as you purchase things what equals US dollar? Thanks. Okay, I'm going to do my best on that, brother. I'm going to do my best on that. Sometimes I'll forget. I'll just pay in for it. But you're right. I got to be better at that when I walk in to pay for something. So we just did a little bit of grocery shopping, and I did film it, or what it cost. I laid out the groceries on a table. It cost us $47, but I haven't uploaded the video yet, but I plan on it real soon, probably in my next video. Let's see. Dan, they got approved for $1 billion resort on the island off of Florida. Yeah, he's talking about the Trumps. You're absolutely right, Dan. They did. It used to be, from what I heard, an old military base on this island. So it does have some infrastructure already built in. But Dan's exactly right. Yeah, can you believe that? Right off of Florida. Be nice. Let's see. James, sometimes when I'm exploring in Pokédex, I'll randomly stumble upon where you had just filmed it that day. There's been a few times I think we had just missed each other. I know we're going to bump into each other, brother. I know we are. It's funny. I know exactly what you're saying, because I've been in that position where I'm watching someone's video, and then I'm right there maybe minutes later, So it's close. So we'll bump into each other, James. I'm absolutely sure of it. We'll have a beer, maybe coffee, something. Especially, Andrea, you should open a consultation business, Patrick. Get back to work. No. Dan, it's Roadway, the first one. ROADWAY12345@yahoo.com. Can I buy you an April dinner when we come? Absolutely. Well, it depends on if I'm in country. Okay. I want to make sure I always tell people that if I'm in the city, because April 9 now, it's our time. We want to travel. You know what I'm saying? So I just pray I'm in town when you come. Love to, man. Love to. But what's happening in Toronto, I love it. Don't get me wrong. We met some great people, but I was meeting people like once a week in Toronto. In April, I really weren't able to travel because I got to wait for Steve. I got to wait for Tom. I got to wait, Susan. So finally, I have to just say, if I'm in town, love to, but I can't let it stop me in April from taking off and seeing other places. What is this? Oops. I was X out there for a second. I want to bring my motorhome there. I was born in Albania and living in Philadelphia. Do you have any idea how to deal with customs? Because I want to keep it there, not bringing it back to the U.S. I have no idea. No idea, brother. Bring a motorhome over here. I have no idea. April and I showed up here with 4 suitcases and 2 backpacks. So that was it. I'm sorry. I wish I could help you. Kathy from Arizona, and watched the video the other day with the snow. Looks so cold. You know what it was, Kathy? That first day of the snow, the wind was ripping. I don't care what I had on, it was blowing right through. Yeah, it was cold. Usually, like I said, I like the cold. That wind was killing me. Absolutely. And I was just getting out of feeling sick, you know. So, but yeah. Kevin, my wife is Albanian from Toronto. Cool. Anytime we come visit from the U.S., we go through the alley shortcuts. We love how real your tours are in the alleys. So thank you so much, Kevin. Yeah, I'm trying to show, like even here in Poker Desk, not just the lake. You know, I'm trying to show the city. And the same thing in Toronto, trying to show all of it. I thank you for saying that. I really do. I very much appreciate that. Mary, when I arrive, I will have a short-term eSIM for local calling. Should I hook up to Vodafone or carrier since I will be there a while? We did what we did. I kept my Google Voice, and that is so that I use that to call the states. And with your VPN, you can do it. Okay, it's the best thing. Best thing I can tell you. My wife's, we got an Albania phone number, so we got both, and she's on Vodafone. It's worked good for us. Let's see, where are we at here? Anthony, how you doing, buddy? I'll be leaving Durham at the end of the month. The bus on the corner should take me to the main station, and I hope to catch a bus to Vlora from there. You will. Very good, man. Vlora, you're gonna like Vlora. You know, especially this time of year. Gets kind of blown out in the summer tourists, but good for you, Anthony. And then I'm glad you made it. How'd you like Durham? April and I really like Durham. A lot of people don't like Durham. I think it was because they were too near the port, you know, where all the shipping is done. I always tell people, get away from the port in Durham, go south. And I loved it there, man. I thought it was cool. Pete, got to run. Thank you so much, Patrick. You are the best, brother. You are, Pete. No problem, buddy. And thanks for showing up, man. All right. You have a good night, buddy. Let's see. Tony, love you all. Respect for you, Patrick. Respect for you. Thank you. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you for watching. You know, I very much appreciate you. So thanks. That's cool. Shane White, what is yours and April's favorite Albanian food and drinks? For me, anything tava. Tava, for those who don't know, it's the bowl that put it in the oven, kind of like fajitas, you know, when they put the whole bowl in the oven. But tava with lamb or with pork. We had a pork dish that was, you pick it up with a fork and then the meat just fell apart. I mean, beyond tender. Oh, it was beyond tender. So for me, anything on tava, man. Anything. The seafood here is fantastic too. Let's see. William found Albania 6 months ago. Planned on relocating in 18 months. Good for you, Will. I think you'll enjoy it. You know, traveling around different cities, you all got a different vibe, which is really cool. So you'll enjoy it, man. William, thanks for your work. Thank you for being here, brother. You know, thank you. You know, Bobby Britton, hey man, how you doing? What's up, Bobby? Doing all right? Things here are going well, buddy. Things are going really well. Let's see. Do you ever have needed to contact the American Embassy? Are they much help with your questions? We went to the embassy just to walk there, but really haven't needed it. You know, I don't know what to say about that. It's big. It's real big. It's in Toronto. I mean, really big. Went to the window. I forget what I went there for. But they were very polite. But it was a window you talked to. I didn't really enter the embassy. We were just on the outside. They had like a window with a guy in there. Hey, how you doing? I forget what I asked him for. He gave me paperwork or something. That was a while ago. It was when we first got here. And the reason I did that, within the first week we were here, I wanted to know where the American Embassy was and how to get there. And that's probably a smart thing to do. I just saw Edie Rama was on your podcast. It was on his Facebook page. Sure wish it was a translate function. Really? Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, but I wish I did that for Facebook too. You know, some things translate, which I'm thrilled they do, Dan. Thrilled. Jane Bay Davis, my wife and I will be there in October for a year. Good for you. You know, then it's going to give you a great chance to check out, you know, the differences. If you're here for a year, you know, a couple of weeks here, a couple of weeks there, even a couple of days there, a couple of days here. So you really get to explore the country. And like I always talk about, it's really fascinating that every city has its own vibe. Really does. You got the mountains, you got the Ajax Sea, you got the lake, really whatever you want. It's really cool. You know? Let me see. Bobby Britton, love your walk and talks. I don't even get cold. Yeah, you get the best of both worlds. Just, I hope no one cheers for me to fall down. You know, I don't know if I'll ever be able to get back up again. That's a good one. William, did you sign up with a mail service before departure, or do you maintain American? Yeah. What is ours? I'm looking on the phone. I forget the name. iPostal. That's what I signed up for. So iPostal and April's sister helps us out. We use her address for some stuff. But iPostal works perfectly. What's good is when you get mail, they'll tell you, you can look at it, tell them discard it, shred it, or they'll open it up, scan it, show it to you. So yeah, we use iPostal. Not Dead Yet Adventures. Hi, good. Not Dead Yet Adventures. Sorry I'm late. No, don't worry, buddy. I'm just glad you're here, brother. Glad you're here. Let's see. Jazz Sounds, how much does a one-bedroom apartment cost? A lot of that will depend on the city and your location, but it pays a large part. Where I was living in Toronto, it was an older place. The location was perfect. And that was a one-bedroom, one bath. And I was paying 390 euros per month, roughly $400, fully furnished. Older place, I didn't care. And we were right on top of the new bazaar, 5-minute walk to Skanderbeg Square. But there are places renting for $2,000 too. It all depends on you. You know, it really does. So you could save a lot. That's why it's so hard to go, well, what's it cost to live in Albania? And depending on you, what is really important though, my place and on the same street, the $2,000 place per month, just as safe. When you know how it is in the States, if you get a cheaper place, it's probably not going to be a safe neighborhood. So that's the best thing I can say about that. How are hospitals in your city? Matter of fact, April and I were there today making an appointment. I did my blood work about a week ago, but I didn't do the full physical. So I went there today, you know, to figure out, do I need to make an appointment with you guys? You know, how's it working? I said, no, just come in Monday between 10 and 12, and you'll get all your results back at 3 o'clock. I don't know how much it's going to cost yet. I'll let you guys know. But the hospital here in Poker, that's huge. The ones in Toronto, I always laugh about this. Like they have German hospital, Swiss hospital. But being in America, I figured, let me go to American hospital. So I looked them up in Toronto. There's 3 American hospitals there. And their real names, it's on the outside of the building. It's American Hospital number 1. There's American Hospital number 2. There's American Hospital number 3. And that just cracked me up. Okay. So we went to one hospital number 1. I think it's because it was the first American hospital here. It was a much older building, but it was spotless. It was clean. Good thing to notice, like I've had skin cancer before. I've said that in some other videos. So I had this mark on my nose. Forgive me, got a little frog in my throat. So April wanted me to go get it looked at. Private hospital, American hospital. So a dermatologist, so a private physician, $16 is what it cost me. 16, that was it. My blood work and urine work, $35, but I haven't done the rest of it physically yet, so I'll let you know. Mike Rubin, hey there, Patrick. How you doing, buddy? Doing all right? I hope you're doing well, man. I'm glad you're here. Thank you so much. So you and the other channels made Albania look very appealing. It is. We love it here. It was a good decision for us. Let's see. Kevin, can you swear by the healing properties of Albania rakia? I don't know about the healing properties. I know what you're referring to, though, because the Albanians still have it in the morning. You know, with their coffee and breakfast, you got your espresso and raki. And they say it's good for the blood. Then my blood's got to be kicking butt right now. So I don't think so. Let's see. Thank you, Patrick. I like your videos. See you guys there. Thank you so much for saying that. It means a great deal to me. As you guys know, I really don't edit. It's just live. You know, put it out there. Other people know how to put the pops and the whistles, and that's just not me. You know, it's not me. So, Shannon, good evening from Estes Park. Thank you for your info, Patrick. I finally got WhatsApp loaded. I'll reach out to you very soon. Shannon and Tammy. Very good. Okay, now, yes, I remember you guys. Very good, very good. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm glad you got your WhatsApp. For all of you coming out, or if you're visiting anywhere in this world, get WhatsApp. Everybody worldwide uses it. Free texting and calling, provided you have Wi-Fi. Everybody uses WhatsApp. Okay, so please, if you don't have WhatsApp before you're traveling outside of America these days, get it. Get it. Find the Google Play Store, and Apple has it as well. From Mike, how to get from Pokedet to Ora in Macedonia by public transport? Seems like no bus goes there. You know, I don't know. When April and I went there, we took a cab. Now, what's weird, I shouldn't say weird, the border to Macedonia Very close. Got there within minutes. I realize every country has different entrance points. What's weird going from Poland to Macedonia, you cross out, you go through customs in Albania, and then there's like a half a mile drive through no man's land. And then there's the Macedonian border. Why was that? I don't know. But we took a cab. Now, I was surprised Ohrid took us longer to get there than I thought it would. Went through a bunch of little villages before we got to Ohrid. I say it was about a 45-minute cab ride. I think he charged me $30. But about 45 minutes. But that included, it was because it was 15 minutes at the border. You had to go through 2 borders, not just one. Okay, so, but bus schedule there? I don't think so. Ben, hi from Toronto. How you doing, buddy? Cold? How do Maple Leafs this year? Don't hit me. I'm a big hockey fan. Okay, so good. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. Like I like the way you film because it's uncut, raw, and you actually feel like you're there. Yes. Thank you, James. Thank you, buddy. Maybe I can interview you, bro. That'd be cool. So, and thanks. I appreciate that. Not dead yet, Jeff. I just looked. Flixbus seems to make that route. Okay, if you're talking about the route from Pokerdesk to North Macedonia, thank you. Thank you for putting that in there. I appreciate that. Patrick, have you found a primary care doctor yet? From Shannon. Yeah, I was just talking about that earlier. April and I walked to the hospital today. I'm getting my physical this Monday. I already did my blood work. So we're going through that process right now. Like I said, my physical is this Monday. Dan, James is right. I'm old, so I love the unedited format of your videos. Thank you, Dan. Thank you. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you very much for being here. Mike, can I stay in no man's land? I don't think so. It was kind of trippy, because typically a lot of times I'll go through a border and you cross into one, and then when you take a foot over and you're in another country. Not this time. So who's responsible for that land in the middle? I don't know. The road was good, but you could see the vegetation needed to be trimmed back, and it wasn't. So it was odd. It was really odd. Let's see. Not dead yet. Eventually, yeah. Phil Bus. It's about €20 from Toronto to Ohrid. Very cheap. The bus systems here are cheap. They're cheap. The only things with bus systems for me, there's not a set time that they take off. Like you can be sitting in the bus and he might want to wait till the bus is full before he leaves, or he's going to take off whenever he wants to. Plus, you're going to a bus station, and your bus station might not be nowhere near where you want to go. Your hotel or wherever you're staying. So that is the plus side to the taxi. The plus side of the bus is you can save a fortune. I mean, you can save a lot of money. So I'm not putting down the bus stations at all. I'm just trying to explain the pluses and the minuses of both of them. Anthony, become part of EU is a deal breaker for me. I get it. As long as you get your residency, though, it's not going to matter. It really won't. But I understand where you're coming from. But all the Albanians told me they're not even close. They're not. Have you been fishing in the lake yet? No, I have not. Right now it's too cold. But eventually I'm sure I will. Ben Felsman, have you tried the ice cream yet with the fig jam at Pokerdesk? We love ice cream. It's been so cold though right now. With that fig jam, I don't know. But the gelato here is fantastic. I love how they dress it up too. I'll be looking for that though. Let's see, Bobby, you decided on Cigna Healthcare? Yes. Wasn't there Genki, which is more of a travel insurance? The reason that we went to Cigna Healthcare was because the guy that owns the Stefan Center I made friends with, and he has been in Albania since the 1990s. Talk about experience. He got here right after communism fell. Brave man. And he told me, he goes, no, go Cigna. So a lot of your travel insurance, what they'll do is you got to pay the whole bill first. Then you submit a claim, and then they're supposed to send you the money back, But I've never needed it though, But with Cigna, they'll pay the claim right there, okay? But you got a $750 deductible they have to pay each year. But medical is so cheap, you're paying out of pocket. You're not going to hit that $750 unless you got something catastrophic happen, and that's basically what we're doing. So April and I together, it's $300 a month. There's so many guys over here that are just paying out of pocket. I have a very good friend of mine, I've mentioned this before, blew out his back, had to have surgery, neurosurgeon, all that surgery. Had spent 3 days in the hospital bed. You know how expensive that is in the States. His post care, no insurance, $3,600. That's it. Looking at 100 grand these days, And he's one of those guys that pays out of pocket. I'm terrified. I'll be paying out of pocket, and that'll be the day I have a heart attack. That's just how my luck goes. I'm just too paranoid to go without insurance. But yeah, I went to Cigna. Let's see. How was English in town? Size of poker desk. If not much English spoken, does it make you feel isolated? No, I'm really not having a problem. Especially a lot of older, like my age or older, are 50 years old and older. They don't speak really good English. I always carry around Google Translate with my phone if I really need to. A lot of times you can point. The people are very nice. But if I really need to get directions from someone, I'll look for someone young, 30 years or younger, and I'll ask them. They speak English. Speak English really well. So, I've never felt isolated. I do have some experience, though, because I lived in Western Europe for 3 years, granted, a long time ago when I was in the Air Force. But I knew what to expect with that. And April's really good at rolling with things. You know what I mean? So, no, feeling isolation. No, I have, I'm glad you brought that up. Of all the people that I've met, and this isn't everyone, but the people that have struggled all have one thing in common. They were all out here alone. Okay, single, not married, not with brother or sister or whatever. But it seems to be the one thing in common. Now, everyone coming out here alone struggled? No, it's not what I'm saying. The ones that seem to have struggled all have that in common, that they're out here alone. So I just want you to be prepared for that, okay? If you like being in a city that's got the most expats, stick to Toronto and Durst. April and I want to be with the locals. We don't mind being away from everybody. So PokerNet, there's a lot. Expats are sprinkled throughout the country, don't get me wrong. But if you want an area where they have the most expats that you can bump into, Toronto and Durst will probably be the two. Jesse's sick. I didn't know that. Hopefully he feels better. Sorry to hear that. Let's see. Yeah, buses are fun. Yeah, inner city buses, my God, they're packed. I mean, packed. Oh, packed. Top 3 things to see and do in PokerNet in your view. The lake, just walking the lake is downright gorgeous. Old Town, visiting, it's very relaxed. The best thing, the way I could describe PokerNet, a lot of people might not like this, but I do. Do you remember the old Mayberry RFD television show with Andy Griffith? And Opie's walking down the street with his fishing pole. That's PokerNet. That's the best way I can describe it. Where everyone in the town, they know you, you give a heads up. Already people, being very nice to us, giving us away. Best way I can describe PokerNet, it's Mayberry. But like I said, every town's got a different feel to it. But in every city, you just see a lot of construction going on. So it's changing, it's building. Let's see. Who do I talk to about insurance? What type of insurance? We're talking medical? Go online. Like I said, that guy Chris from the Stefan Center, been here 30 years, told me to go to Cigna, which I did. CIGNA. Also, a lot of them use travel insurance, and there's nothing wrong with that. A lot of them do that. Let's see. Concur with you, traveling alone is a challenge. Yeah. If you're not careful, the isolation can be tough if you don't have a plan for it. Correct. But I do tell a lot of people, and I'm not pumping a site. Expats in Albania, they charge you for a lot of stuff, but what they do have on there, which is free, they have an event calendar. Okay? So if you were coming out here alone, in the event calendar, and they print it every month, it'll show times and places where expats meet. Like they're meeting 7 o'clock on Wednesday at this particular coffee shop. I think it's wonderful. Have I ever used it? No. But it's good to know it's there. If you ever want to be with other expats, look at that event calendar, okay? Let's see. Bobby, I'm paranoid like that too, especially having VA health. Yeah, you're paranoid about not having insurance. I feel you, me too, man. And paying nothing for 15 years, so paying for healthcare is a little scary. Yeah, I get you, Bob. I get you. And I've always had good healthcare. I've always been with the Teamsters. And before that, the Air Force, so I've always had good healthcare. So to be without it, scares the tar out of me. Let me see from Kevin. Have you been able to gather with other Americans in PokerNet? We know of two at this time. Patrick, a famous YouTuber and US guy, recently participated in the Voice of Albania scene group. No, I haven't. James, I forget his last name, starts with L. He has a beautiful channel. He has a great storyteller. I've emailed him back and forth. There's a couple of guys here, but I have not bumped into them. I have had other people visit me from the channel that have come out. But no, but we're really not looking for expats, if that makes any sense. No, we're just settling in, to each his own. Let's see. Thanks, bud. No problem, Mike. The Mayberry Lake is just below the Hollywood sign. Very true. That's the best way I could describe this place. I just wait to see Opie whistling, walking down the street with a fishing pole. That's the best way I can describe this place. James Lambert, that's who it is. That's the guy. When I said James, I'm trying to remember his last name. James Lambert, beautiful channel, great storyteller. I know he recently joined the basketball team. He's actually getting paid to play basketball. It was one of his dreams. We've emailed each other back and forth. I'm sure I'll bump into him. I don't want to be pest to him right now. He's playing basketball in the season. He's quite busy this time, but I'm sure I'll bump into him. I don't want to say, hey, you got to meet me right now. I'm not the type of guy. I'm not going to do that. See, Bobby, have you bought the all black clothes to blend in there yet? I know what you're referring to. Yeah, I do wear a lot of black here. You know what I need? I need a new jacket. My Levi jacket's getting wore out, and they all wear this black, shiny, puffy, puffy jackets. And April and I are actually looking at a couple today, so I got to dive into it. In the summer, I'm not wearing all black, though, but they do wear a lot of black here. Let's see. From Anthony, more nervous about the transportation than I am about the safety or ATMs. Yeah, I always tell people, if you're ever going to be bored, take a cab, get a taxi ride, check it out, especially in Toronto. Man, no one's going to have to tell you to put on your safety belt. You're going to put on your safety belt. You're gonna. That's just the way it is. Let's see here. What do we got going on? 500 LEC is a max without being denied. Okay, you're talking about the ATM machines. Sounds about right. 500 LEC. Without being denied. Have you been to Dora Village in Corcha? No, I have not. It is on the list, though. I understand it's beautiful. Yeah, we're going to be going to Corcha soon. I want to be going to Corfu very soon. Got to go to Greece. There's so many places I want to go. And I looked up when I was in the Air Force station in Germany, Han Air Base was closed after the Cold War. But what they did is they made the base an international airport now. So I could fly. I always wanted to tell April I want to show her where I was stationed in Germany. So we're going to take a plane and fly right into my base now, because now it's an international airport. And the cities that were surrounding my base, Traub and Traubach, such a beautiful little city. So we plan on doing that. There's a lot of stuff on our plate that we want to do, and also making this place ours. We got to do furniture. I got a new television set, new heater I didn't pay for that got put in. So things are going. We're going to be busy, but this is what retirement's all about. And retiring while you can still enjoy yourself, and we can still get out, walk around. Let's see. I'm dead yet. I would try to hit the beer festival in Corcha. Everyone's telling me about that. I love Corcha beer. You're absolutely right. You're not the first to tell me that, buddy. So what month is that? I forget. If you can't drop it in there, what month is that beer festival? So that'd be awesome. Let's see. Ruski, are you and April planning on visiting the Blue Eye? I don't know. There's actually two of them I found out. There's one up near Skodra. I forget where the second one was. I didn't know there was two, but there are two. From John, hi from Raleigh, North Carolina, to Patrick, April, and everyone on today. Hello, John. Thank you for being here, man. Glad you're here. Okay. I don't know when is the festival? Yeah. My wife's asking. Julie K. Patrick, I think you mean James. Is he Lambert or Lionter? I'm not sure how to spell the last name. I'm subscribed to his channel. Guy's really cool, though. Guy's really cool. Never met him, but I love his channel. Not done yet. It was fun. It was in August, you think. That sounds about right. Because I kept hearing it was coming up. It sounds about right. Maybe it was August. Bobby, where did you get the TV at? Was it expensive? Believe it or not, it was cheaper. It's a Hyundai big screen TV. When I say big screen, 43 inches. We don't. It's not a big. It's not a gigantic wall. I think I should have got the 50-inch now. You know, a typical guy. But I got the 43 inch. What did it cost? It was cheap, man. What was that? I think it was on sale. Yeah, we got a New Year's sale. I think it was $250. No, cheap. It was very cheap. I should have got the 50-inch though. That's all right. If something happens to this TV, I'll have to get the 50-inch. Not dead yet. I never heard of the second blue eye. Neither have I, but I've had a couple people tell me about it. There is two of them here because I've asked about it and I've had a couple people tell me which one, you know, but I have not been to either. Okay, Anthony, pretty good. 687 for Duras 1 month, 257 Velour 15 days, 252 for Pokedev for 15 days, 862 Toronto 1 month. Yeah, like I said, my place was €390 per month. All depends on what you get. You know? Yeah, the Hyundai makes mini splits too. You know, Hyundai's turned into another LG where they're just going to have their hands in everything. You know, they're making everything now. Well, Hyundai even made when I was in trucking trailers. International trailers. You know, the shipping goods. They're in just about everything. Damn right. Yeah, future expats from the East Coast. Yep. Sounds good. How long have we been on now? Let me see. Oh, a little over an hour, but we got some more time if you guys want. But thrilled you guys are here. Things are going really well. Like I said, some of the electronics here you're going to pay for because one of the biggest ways that they make your money is importation tax. You know, so things being imported from the States will cost you more. Okay. There's so many things that you're not going to be taxed on, which you're going to be shocked. Okay, but importation tax here is pretty high. Let's see. What do you think of Trump getting in office? I bet I have very strong beliefs, but I'm keeping this channel out of politics because there's so much out there. You know, I don't want to be another old man yelling at the TV screen. You know what I'm saying? So I'm doing my best. I hope you understand to keep politics off this channel. I just think it's better. There's so much chatter. Like I said, there's so much anger in the U.S. right now. So I'm just doing my best to keep politics off. I don't blame you for asking it. I really don't. Hello from California. Just wondering if they have any pets. Yes, they do. Unfortunately, though, I do see a lot of like dogs loose on the street as well as cats. But I do see people walking their dogs. I do love the animals. What's interesting, so you think, oh, the poor dogs in the streets, they look more well-fed than I am. You know, so everyone takes care of the street dogs. And the street dogs are very friendly. They're not going to bite. April loves them. Every time April goes out, she always has dog treats in her pocket to hand out to the dogs, even the cats. You know, so yeah, they do love their animals here. Why the ones out in the streets? But they do feed them. They do take care of them. And not dead yet. Love with no politics. Congrats. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. Not going to solve anything. And if anything, I think of this channel as a way to escape it. You know what I'm saying? You can escape the politics. So, do you have extra supermarket in Pocono? An extra supermarket? I don't know. Spar's here. There's a couple of different ones. A lot of Spars, a lot of independent markets. That one you mentioned, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Thanks for keeping politics off limits here. Yes. Smart anger can be found elsewhere. Yes. So I appreciate that. I'm glad you guys feel the same way. If anything, just a place to escape. You get it. I had a guy contact me. It was the greatest compliment someone could give. He was paralyzed. And he had somebody else typing in. He goes, "Oh, I wish you could come. I wish I could come." And I go, "When you're viewing the channel, man, you're right there with me." You know, so stuff like that makes me feel really good. Let me see. Not dead yet. Wow, I found the North Blue Eye. It was way up there in the mountains. Okay, there you go. Be sure to hit the like button. Thank you. Yeah, be sure to hit the like button. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. That helps out a lot. Rick, military, TRICARE Health ever hesitated to reimburse my health claims? Also, some military hospitals also accept VA. Like Ramstein. I was very close to Ramstein. Do they over here in Albania? I don't think so with the VA over here, brother. I could be wrong. But I don't think so here. Ramstein base, yeah. You got a lot of, but you're using American bases, American military. No American military over here. Looks amazing, but the summer trip, I think. Yeah, the only thing with the summer, you're going to have a lot more tourists. That's not a bad thing. You're going to have a lot more tourists. Let's see. 55. Really enjoy your channel. Thanks. Thank you. Really enjoy you guys being here. I took it up as like a hobby to do. I very much enjoy it. It gives me something to do, something to look forward to. I always laugh till April. I got to go out and do my job. Go for a walk somewhere. Do something. Start doing these lives. I think it's the third live that I've done. In case people have questions, I hope I can answer you. But what's good is that you guys can ask questions to each other as well, or to Andrea, or to my wife, and you can get things like that. Ted Daniels, I was thinking a good way to meet and interact with locals might be a volunteer with schools, churches, etc., to let them practice their English. Todd, it's fascinating what you just said, because I've seen that in action. At Toronto Lake, it's beautiful. They were having kids, what do they call that? They're out on an excursion from school. And the lady showing them around the lake was only speaking English, and she had no accent, so it was an American. And she was stressing that the kids had to speak to her in English. So they are pushing the younger generations to learn English. So actually, to be a volunteer to teach English, wonderful. You're not going to have a problem finding that here. Like I said, it's field trips. Kids are on field trips from school, real young. Kids look 6, 7, 8 years old. And the lady from the school doing it was obviously an American, because they really want the kids to be bilingual so they can be better at business out in the world, which I think is a good idea. Glenn, hi, Patrick. Just an update. My wife and I are currently looking for tickets. We're going to be 5 days in Toronto and 5 days in Corcha. I think he meant Tirana and Corcha. I believe I'm autocorrect always says that to me too. And then 5 days in Corcha. Also going to be 2-day layover with friends in Germany. Oh, very good. So you got your plate filled. I love Germany. I haven't been there in years, but we're going to be going back there soon. Good for you. Good for you that you're traveling. Field trip. Yes, Dan. Yep, you're absolutely right. Anthony, Verizon has international plan, so you don't have to change or buy anything extra. Very good. Very good. We see Verizon has international plans. You're right, Anthony. The only thing, because I've called them, didn't have them, but I called them. Those international plans will cancel after 6 months. Why? I don't know. But check on that, because I called and they told me that that plan will only serve you for 6 months. So, and why is that? I don't know. But please double check on that before you jump it over for a year, and that's going to be turned off. Okay. Glenn, hoping to have at least a cup of coffee with you and your wife when we get there. Absolutely. Like I said, if we're in town. Thing is with us, what I'm loving is we kept saying we're going to go to Macedonia. We weren't. And also April goes, we're going to Macedonia this weekend. And it was Friday. I go, this weekend's tomorrow. So, yep. And so we just went. And it's good to be able to do that. So if I'm in town, heck yeah, man, we'll have that coffee. I love it. Met some great people, but a couple people scared me. It's a long story. When you get here, I'll tell you. Where are you guys, not dead yet adventures, where are you guys thinking about getting bikes or scooters? Not the car. Looking for, a store's going to be selling. Everyone's riding the bike around. There's got to be around here somewhere. In Toronto, I saw, and so one thing good about Toronto, if you need something, you can get it in Toronto. I'll say that. Like Glenn just said, Toronto. Yeah, if you need something, you can get it in Toronto. But I'm sure there's bike shops here, a little bit more spread out. I'll get them. I was in Toronto last fall and went on Deity Mountain. Did you get there? Yes, I did. Expat single mom loves to go hiking up in those mountains, as a matter of fact. But yeah, we went on that tram, went all the way up to the top. Gorgeous view up there. It's just spectacular. But yeah, we liked it a lot. T-Mobile will drop you after a few months. You are correct. Dead Yet Adventures, yeah. He was saying T-Mobile will also drop you after a few months abroad. Yes. Excuse me, unfortunately, because we were just going to stay with an international plan with whoever we can get. And they're all saying the same thing. 6 months, cut you off. I don't know why. Love it. So beautiful. That's Expat Single Man. And Andrea, yeah, she always goes hiking up there. Big hiker. Always goes hiking up there. No lake ferry to Macedonia. No, but they are talking about it. They're talking about it. But I wish I wanted that. At least not from Poker. It was weird. Once we got to North Macedonia, there were a lot more boat tours in Macedonia, but there wasn't like a ferry ride to take us from Macedonia to Poker Des or back. But they are talking about it. The expat single mom. There's a couple of bike shops that are close to the bazaar. Yeah, she's referring to in Toronto. You know? So, getting old. Getting old. Very fat night. You know, it's getting a little chilly. I'm gonna turn on my heater. Ooh. Also, I'm getting a little chilly. Nighttime is dropping down to about 6 Celsius, 4, 3, so upper 30s, sometimes down below freezing. I have no idea if we're going to get more snow. I hope we do. I like the snow. You know what's good about being retired? If the weather's really bad, I don't have to go out. No, I really don't. It's a blessing of being retired now. Kevin, are you missing anything from the U.S.? Certain food, spices, small kitchen appliances. I know April's missing a lot of appliances. For me, and it's just personal, it was hard. I found a good steakhouse, but for me, every once in a while, I just got to have a good beef steak. And beef is difficult here. They make the steaks really thin. Yeah, I like that nice thick one. I finally found a really good steakhouse. Beef's expensive here, though. You're going to pay for it. When I say expensive for here, like it was 20-something bucks for the tomahawk, which is huge, and then people go $20 for a steak. It's a good price, for American, not for Toronto. April and I've already been spoiled. We have a lot of our dishes that we get out of restaurants, $8 a plate. It's not, if there's a plate over $10, I'm like, what a rip off. Never gonna eat here again, because it's over $10. So you get spoiled with these good prices, that's for sure. So, Andrea, someone please send me some steak seasoning. Yeah, it's hard to find here. Bobby, business opportunity, Air Force Vessel Ferry. Fits the ships. Yep. Mary, I'll bring it next month. Okay, I think Mary's telling Andrea she's going to bring her some steak seasoning. Very nice of you. Very nice of you. Spider Baser, we've talked about the import tax. Does this apply to check baggage or taking with you when you travel, like your bike? The import taxes, does this apply to check baggage? No. When you're taking with you to travel, like your bike. I'm not sure about that last part. I'll tell you something about the importation tax. We bought my daughter some clothes here. And I sent it back home, DHL. And I paid $40 to have it shipped back home. And it was like a really fast service, so I could have got it cheaper. Okay. Now, coming the other way, April's sister was sending us some mail, some snail mail. And it was just a bag, maybe 7 envelopes, really didn't weigh nothing. It was over $200 to have it shipped to. Yeah. So that's why I made sure everything I got is paperless, everything. So now when I got snail mail, tell everyone whoever it goes to, open it. I trust you. Rip it up or tell me what it is. Oh yeah, that importation tax is kind of brutal, but they gotta make your money somehow. Let's see, Dead yet? What kind of eSIM? I have the room in my bag SIM. eSIM, I went under Ariel. Let me check my phone. Bear with me. I know it's like air. There it is. I'm going to spell it for you. AIROLO. I'll spell it again. AIRALO. And that is an eSIM for your card. Not a hard SIM that they plug in, but I'm using an eSIM for mine. Like I said, I'm keeping my American number, and April has an Albanian number. So we're fortunate with 2 of us, we can use both. So banking, calling the States, I use my American phone. Okay, she does all for her Albanian numbers, but really another killer one to use, like I said, WhatsApp. Get your WhatsApp, man. Say, Expat Single Mile. Well, thank you. Don't get me wrong, the food here is amazing, but I can't find steak season to save my life. Yes, that's very nice of you to do for Andrea. That's very nice. That's cool. I was bored in and out a dozen times. Only had a problem with things that looked like resale. All the income mail to be under 40, or it will be with me tax. Take that for what it's worth. Dan, I love two wheels and a motor. Do you need an Albanian driver's license to purchase a motor scooter? No, you do not. You don't need that. No. ESIM, salt and pepper. ESM, salt and pepper. Yeah, that's our season. Yeah, that's for the most part. Back's cinching up on me. I very much appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you so much. Well, I'm going to read a couple more comments. Thanks, Patrick and April, Andrea, for a great live chat and info. I will hopefully see you guys soon. Austin and I will be there February 26th. And are you wandering through? And we'll be wandering through Albania for the year. Good for you. Good for you, Mary. I'd like to hear that. I'd like to see that. There we go. Expat Mama will be passing through Budapest on the way home. You can look around if you want. Yeah, safe travels. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go. I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. That means a lot to me. Like I said, I was joking about with Andrea. I said, please come on. What I'm so afraid of, it's going to sound silly, that I would do a live and nobody shows up. That'd be like throwing a party and nobody shows up to your party. So I appreciate y'all. Andrea, I appreciate you. April, I appreciate you. I appreciate all you guys for being here, for coming out. So thank you so much. Yeah. Just like Madam just said, everyone have a great weekend. April says bye-bye, everyone. Thank you. Andrea says thank you. Andrea, thanks for everything. Mary, thank you. You guys take care. Don't forget that steak spice for Andrea. And I will see you guys later. Bye-bye. Thanks. I appreciate you. Bye-bye.